Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. It looks like Saweetie is getting more heat after repeating what she has said many years ago regarding this whole pretty privilege not being a thing for her. If you guys remember, Saweetie has had this conversation before some years back. I believe it was in 2021 when she talked about the exact same topic. Saweetie has had this conversation before where she said that just because she's pretty, a lot of people assume that she does not work hard and that pretty privilege is not a thing for her because she still has to pull her weight to get to where she wants to be. And a lot of people criticized her. They did not like that she said that because they feel as though her beauty has got her to where she currently is, and she has no rights to criticize her beauty because if not for it, she wouldn't be where she is. Which, in a sense, they proved her right by saying that, because they're essentially saying that her beauty is what got her as far as she has. Well, Saweetie is saying the same thing again. She had a conversation with Nessa on air on Hot 97 where she said that nobody talks about pretty punishment. We've all seen the clip. It's going around and a lot of people do not want to hear it. So basically, Saweetie recently said that nobody talks about pretty punishment, and this is when people discount you because of your looks. They assume that you are less talented or less hardworking because you look pretty, and sometimes people hold animosity towards you because of the way you look, and that can make them try to hold you down to keep you from moving forward. So people did not like it because, look, if there is one thing that people hate to listen to, it is when a pretty person complains about their beauty. People do not like to hear that at all, and that is what it sounded like when she said this. And so she got a lot of backlash, and she's now saying that she was only speaking to her own personal experience, and she has experienced this in all aspects of her life ever since she was a child, and it's happening again in the music industry, and that people are holding her back in her music career because they possibly have hidden agendas and they have animosity towards her, and she believes it has something to do with how pretty she is. So this is one of those things where it's not an either or. It's like both sides can be right at the same time. I mean, I understand why people are criticizing her because they're saying that they don't like her music and that is why she's not moving forward with her music career, and they're saying that she needs to figure something else out with her music because she needs a different sound, and they're just saying it's her music. Basically, that's what most people are saying. They're not saying that she doesn't work hard, but they are saying that a lot of people just do not relate to her music, or they do not like her music enough for her to get to where she wants to be. But here's what I think. I think that, like I said earlier, both sides can be true. So obviously, a person's looks and the way that a person carries themselves can go a long way to either help them make friends or cause people to not like them. And so we're not gonna sit here and act as if some people that are good looking and feel comfortable in the way they look and they carry themselves with confidence will not rub other people the wrong way. It definitely happens, and especially if they're women, they will not consider their confidence to be that as confidence. They will consider it to be arrogance or pettiness or just anything other than simply confidence. So that can cause a lot of people to hold back whatever promotions or assistance that they were willing to offer to someone who is less intimidating to them or more humble about their looks. On the other hand, what we're not gonna do is act as if people are not petty. Both men and women, I'm not even gonna put this just on women because we are finding out in recent times that men can be just as jealous and envious and petty regarding whatever privileges they believe that women get. So both sides can be very petty, and obviously a person's looks is currency. Beauty is a lot of currency, especially in the music industry. It is a very coveted thing that can really propel a person forward. So why are we acting as if jealousy is no longer a thing and envy is not a thing? And a person cannot see someone who is comfortable in the way they look and play up their beauty and try to hold them down. I mean, a lot of the times we see people come online and talk about how people are going to try to hold you down even if they're doing better than you because there's a light about you that they envy, and we've all seen those clips, right? So why are we now acting as if it can affect everyone except Saweetie? Like, I mean, if it's real, then it's possible that she has experienced it, which is what she was referring to when she talked about pretty punishment. So it absolutely does exist. It happens in all areas. You don't even have to be super pretty. You just have to have something special about you, and there's going to, I guarantee you, in a group of 2 or more people, there is going to be one person that is going to be rubbed the wrong way. And if that person happens to be your superior or has the ability to help you or hinder your career in some way, who is to say they're not going to take that opportunity to hinder a person's career? So yeah, it definitely can be both. As far as her music not being universally liked, and that could be the reason why she's not moving forward, the truth is that there are lots of artists, specifically rappers, matter of fact, female rappers, that have questionable music that a lot of people do not like, but they still win awards, they still get a lot of recognition, they still get a lot of sponsors and people that are willing to help them. So I don't know if it is a music issue per se. I mean, there are people that are literally being pushed, or they used to be pushed when they were in the music scene. They used to be pushed a lot, and everyone is left scratching their heads like, do you really want this person here this badly that you are going to push someone who clearly is not talented? But you know what, it happens. They win awards, they still get a lot of accolades. So I do not know that I completely agree with the people that are saying that it's her music that people do not like and that's why she's not moving forward. I think that people underestimate how controlled the music that is popular is. The music that people like, that are accepted by majority of people, is very tightly controlled. If the powers that be do not favor a particular artist, they know how to shadow ban that artist one way or another, even if that artist is in the public eye and they have music out and people know about them. You can still very much be shadow banned. We've seen this many times in recent times, as a matter of fact, to where they can push one and try to use other ways to keep another one down. It is so easy for them to do, especially to someone like Saweetie, who's not a very big artist yet. She's well known, but she's not quite up there yet. It is going to be very easy for someone higher up than her to try to ban her, maybe for not agreeing to do a work in a particular way, or maybe they felt disrespected in some way. People can be very sensitive about these things. So especially they know that your career is in their hands. You cannot afford to be disrespectful. Sometimes failure to interact with a person is enough to make them feel disrespected and for them to take active steps to sabotage whatever you have doing. So it may not even be about something she did necessarily. It could just be something she didn't do. Perhaps she does not acknowledge someone enough, or perhaps she's not as social with the people with connections as she needs to be, or as the other artists are, and that could also keep her from making friends with the right people, and that could be keeping her down. So I don't think that we can put it all on her looks solely, because there's a lot of pretty artists that are out here and they are being pushed, even though their music is also questionable, but they're still being pushed, and they're all, well, some of them are pretty, and yeah, they're still seeing some form of success. So I don't think it's just her looks. The final thing that I want to say is this: it really annoys people when a beautiful person complains about their beauty in any way, shape, or form. No matter how you phrase it, it will not be accepted. People don't like to hear it, because unless you can switch off your beauty, a lot of people believe that it has a lot to do with you being able to get to the level that you are. You cannot separate yourself from your beauty, because you do not leave your beauty at home when you go places. There's a way to like tone down your looks. Some people do that in certain careers, certain fields, but Saweetie does not do that. She plays up her beauty a lot in every way. So you cannot say that her beauty does not have a hand in the way that things have turned out for her. It definitely does have a hand in it. And when you consider the fact that she has talked about this before, it's now people are starting to say that why she always talking about her looks, like there are other things that could be making her not succeed as much as she wants to. They kind of have a point. This is not to say that I do not agree with some of what she said. It's just that I don't think she should bring her looks to the limelight so much, especially in a negative way, because people do not accept the message very well from her. She's done this before, it was not well accepted, and then she's doing it again and it's still not well accepted. So I would say she needs to leave this conversation alone, at least for now. I mean, yes, it's good to bring things to the limelight and talk about things, but the fact is, if the people you're trying to appeal to are not accepting this message that you're putting out, then perhaps you shouldn't put it out, at least not right now, or not in this way, you know. Just don't talk about your looks as the reason why things are not working out for you. Just talk about whatever improvements you plan on making in order to give people what they want. That's going to be my advice for her. But yeah, as much as we don't want her saying these things constantly about her looks and complaining about her suffering for being pretty, the fact of the matter is, it is a real thing that people experience a lot of the time, especially women. So that's all I have on Saweetie. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.